Bonsoir, fellow mini enthusiasts! It's shield time! They are one of my favorite props to design, because I really only need one view, which is much easier on my very smooth Gobelin brain. As always, I start by studying what I'm working with. And I have to say, I really like the original Cities of Sigmar shields. Like, really like them. I seriously consider just using them as is, but of course, curiosity and creativity won. What would a hypothetical Grand Cathay and Cities of Sigmar mix actually look like? Most of my ideas come from studying existing designs first, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. You can also immediately see that counting is clearly not my strong suit. Just like 3D software, I apparently stopped functioning after 4. Because yes, I accidentally started a Cathayan shield with 6 sides instead of 8. Incredible work! From this study phase though, a few things becomes very clear. I want to keep the classic Sigmarite shield shapes. I definitely want this central element for the army heraldry, but I want it round, as a clear callback to the Cathayan shield. And since I don't really like the octagonal nail field trim here, I decide to borrow the very beautiful Sigmarian metalwork instead, but reshape it to echo the same visual language we used on our helmets. It's time to enter Goblin Gribouille mode, meaning I'll draw in my usually chaotic, carve until something emerge way, and this is genuinely my favorite part of the process. Just experimenting with shapes, testing ideas, glancing at reference on the side, usually while listening to upbeat music, a podcast, or some long video essay. You know the drill. I keep Cathayan symbols in mind, but I don't need them to be literally here. A clever reminder is enough. In my head, this army is made of descendants of Cathayan people who settled in a Sigmarian city, so what I want is a natural culture blend. I'll do my best to make that come through. Also, I really need to expand on their lore at some point. You probably also noticed the horseshoe motif. That's because we are in the year of the fire horse, and clearly I hate myself and decide this should be a recurring theme across the entire army. Excellent life choices, right? But it does give me a funny lore hook. Maybe they were stranded, guided to safety by a fire horse running across the sky. With 2 tails maybe, like the Sigmar's comet. Can I even draw that? Let alone paint it on a banner or something? I guess we'll find out. Interestingly, these shields came together much faster than the helmets. Either I'm finally getting into the mindset of the army or, like I mentioned earlier, shields are just way more fun to design. Probably both. They'll also be much easier to translate into 3D. The helmets absolutely destroyed me, but I cannot wait to show you that whole process later. Another thing I noticed while researching, unlike the Grand Cathay helmets, Steelhelm shields are never perfectly identical. So here I designed only 3 base shields for the normal soldiers, but when I sculpt them, I will slightly tweak each one of them so every Steelhem still feels unique. And of course, for the leader, I have to go on focus Goblin Gribouille mode. Also, this is where I need your help. I will design 4 different leader shields options, and I'll let you vote for which one I'll actually sculpt. By the way, last time you somehow managed to split the vote perfectly evenly. How? Being true goblins, huh? Stop trolling me and choose a favorite this time, okay? Oh, and quick reminder while I draw these, if you're enjoying this project, leaving a like really helps more than you'd think. Seeing people care about this very silly, very niche artistic adventure is honestly wild, and I'm already incredibly grateful for all your comments on the last video. Alright, back to the shields. I wanted extra metal on the top, bigger, heavier, more ornate, just like the original Steelhelms. And that gave me the perfect space to really call back to our helmet symbols. I start with the most complex symbol and I'm immediately torn. Do I let the wood feel half the symbol, almost like a yin-yang? Or do I leave it completely open and let the ironwork speak for itself? Tell me which one you prefer. In the version with the top fully open, I pushed the metal decoration further on the wood to enhance the fancy feel. You might notice I didn't directly add flames motif here. Honestly, the shields are already busy enough, but since I keep the round heraldry plaque, and we already know a comet is going in there somewhere, I think that combined with the horseshoe hints, it's more than enough to suggest the fire horse theme without overdoing it. Alright Goblin Gang, here are your 4 choices for the Steelhelm leader's shield. Option 1. The rounder Cathayan symbol on top, half wood, half empty, with a simpler horseshoe. Option 2. The same symbol but fully open metalwork with a more decorative pattern underneath. Option 3. The sharper, more triangular Cathayan motif, half food, half empty, with a very efficient horseshoe. Option 4, the same spiky motif, and I completely went rogue on the lower design. Is it too complex? Probably. Does it have a style? Absolutely. No. Will all of these top parts even print cleanly without wood underneath? I have no idea. I print with a more elastic resin, so maybe it will survive. If not, we experiment until it works. For Sigmar! And with that, we're done with the shield design phase. I can now start modeling the classic shields, but I'll only model the leader's shield once your votes are in, so don't forget to tell me which one you choose. And if I figure out how one adequately educated YouTuber does a poll, I will link it in the description. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Drop 3 shield emojis in the comments so I know you're part of the secret end of the video club. Like the video to fuel my Goblin dopamine reserves. Subscribe to join the Goblin gang. And as always, bonne chance with your hobby les amis.